everybody, it's Jackie from Pocket of Preschool. I'm here today to tell you all about my new curriculum guide. It's like a pacing map that'll last all year long. So let's jump right in. Let me just check and see if I can see the comments. And I can't. So this is my first time going live, so you're gonna have to bear with me a little bit. So I made a curriculum pacing map for you guys for preschool, pre-K, and kinder. It's broken down into 2-week themes. As you can see, it's probably upside down, but it's broken up into 2-week themes. So if you teach a month-long theme, just pick one, and you can use that the whole month. Or if you do 1-week themes, I encourage you to try 2-week themes. My themes are super broad, like fall. So if you're typically used to doing like an apple week and a pumpkin week, just do a fall for 2 weeks, and then you can add all of that in those 2 weeks. And it's so much easier to do 2 weeks or a month because you don't have to break down your classroom at the end of every single week. So it'll be less work for you. And it also gives the kids the opportunity to dive deeper into a subject. So that way they're not just skimming the surface, they're able to dive deeper and use some more of those critical thinking skills. All right, so let's keep going. So in August, I have All About Me in School. And then for September, we have Birthday in Space. And I also added in over here in this column, I added a holiday section and event section. So I know some of you guys aren't able to do holidays, so that's why I put it separate. And some of you guys do holidays, and some of you guys do events. Some of you don't do like muffins with mom, some of you do. But I added that in, that way you have that there for you to use. And if you don't, you can just ignore it. All right, so here's the August theme. Oh, one question is, I know people are gonna ask, do you have to use this theme sequence? And no, you don't. You can switch themes out based on your kids' interests or what's going on around you. Or maybe you do something typically in the spring and you wanna keep doing it in the spring, and that's totally fine. So just switch it out as needed, or you can do it just as it is on the map, whichever works for you. And I also added summer months. So all my preschool and pre-K friends that teach all June and July, I have themes for you, and that way they don't repeat either. And like in June, I have a summer theme and a ice cream theme, and then in July we do American pizza. So if those are the theme that you want to do and you don't teach during the summer, just swap one out for something else during the school year. No big deal. And then Jamie is asking, is this available on TPT? And the whole curriculum map it's a freebie in my store. It's up at the top in the featured section. So just go to my TPT store, Pocket of Preschool, and you can download the entire thing there. It's a freebie. And then you can just plop it in your lesson plan binder. So let me tell you all about August. And this is probably backwards for you guys, so let me just flip the camera around really quick if I can. Okay. All right, so here is August. That way it's not backwards for you guys. And you can see I have a math and literacy, I have dramatic play, character, STEM, science, and sensory, and at the top is question of the week. Oops, sorry guys. There we go. At the top is STEM. So each week you can just grab the math and literacy centers and then just put those out, and you can grab the dramatic play box and put that in your dramatic play section. And if you see a coming soon section, I'm adding new themes to my theme bundle. So I'm adding a school center, space, construction, dinosaurs, community helpers. So all the ones you guys have been asking for. Hopefully I'll get all those ones that you've wanted on your list. So those will be coming, and they'll be added to my theme bundle, and they'll be added to my store 2 weeks before they're on your plans. That way you have time to prep and find materials that you need, or maybe you want Apple erasers for your school theme, so you can find whatever you need for that. So that'll give you time. One thing that took me a little bit of time and I'm super excited about is the sensory column. I have a different sensory material for you with tool ideas for each theme. And the only one that repeats is rice, because you gotta do rice a couple times because rice is so much fun. There's so many different things you can do with it. So like in August, I always start with colored noodles because they're super easy to pick up and clean up for those little guys when they're just learning how to use a sensory table and keep it in rather than all of it flying out, which I'm sure all of you know about. And so I just have noodles with baby food containers and tweezers and clear bottles. And then for the school theme, you can just dump a whole bunch of letter manipulatives and put that in there. And you'll see I have a science section. I don't have science currently in my store, but after I make all the new dramatic play themes and all of the new math and literacy centers, I'm gonna start a science packs for you guys. So those you'll just be able to plop right in. Somebody said, where did you get your discovery letters? Can you tell me more? These are just like, there's foam letters in here. I have letter beads in here, and I have letter tiles. So basically any letter manipulatives, I just throw them in my sensory table and let the kids play in them for a week. It's really, really fun. And if you have magnet letters in there, you can put magnet wands in too, which are super fun. Typically, there's only usually 1 or 2 character packs to use for the month. But as you guys know, back to school, we're learning all of those routines. So like the second week, I always teach the art routine, and I read You Ain't Gonna Paint No More, No More. I don't know if you guys know that book. I love it. And I read that book at Circle, and then we go over the art easel routine, and then we go to the art center, and I actually model and have a kiddo model how to paint at the art easel using the routine. So some of these character packs I use at Circle with a book and review it, but I'm teaching we're just reviewing and helping those kids learn how to act at school and learn all those routines. So there's a ton of routines. Do you have to use them all? No. Some years your kids will need to practice and go over different routines than other years. So focus on the ones they need. Like maybe your kids are great at cleaning up. That would be amazing, right? So you won't have to use that one, but maybe it's really hard for them. So that'll be a pack you can use. So those are just all there for you. So here's one that looks more like a typical month. Here is September. So you can either call it your birthday week, a birthday theme, or you can call it families and celebrations, because that's really what we're doing. We're talking about all the ways you celebrate in your family, and using that family pack. And I have rice with just some cups I found at the dollar store, and there's candle numbers, and then stick candles. So they're counting and recognizing numbers in the sensory table. And then I have that second week in September introducing the calm down area and teaching them how to use it in an appropriate way, and not just as an escape when they don't want to clean up, because that'll happen all the time. And then there's that holiday pack added in. That's the grandparents holiday pack. So that way if you do that, you'll remember, ooh, I gotta make that grandparents Day stuff. So put that in your plans. And then space, I'm super excited. I've never done a space theme in 11 years. I know, crazy, right? So I'm super excited about the space station and space centers, which will be coming soon. Somebody asked if I could leave my web address to my store. I'll do that afterwards. So if you'll check back in the comments afterwards, or if somebody else wouldn't mind adding a link in for me, that would be fantastic. Oh, and at the top, I forgot to tell you, I put the question of the week packs. I know some of you guys teach 2 days a week. Your classes meet 3 days a week, some meet 5 days a week. So you're gonna go at different rates at your question of the week. And some of you guys do a question for a whole week. Some of you guys change it every day. So I just put them in the order typically people teach them. So that way you can just circle the one you're on and then keep going. And there are enough questions, so if you change it every day, there'll be enough for the entire year. So just circle the one you're using that month and you're good to go. Now, something else people also ask me about are how I set up my centers. So I added links in the pack for that. And most of these have freebies with them too. So if you want to check those out, like how to set up your science center, that how to be a scientist chart behind me, that's a freebie in that post. So go ahead and grab that from there. And I have 5 centers in my classroom. I have art, discovery, pretend, blocks, and library. So my math and all my math center stuff's in my discovery. You can't see it, but on this side I have like a science shelf, and on this side I have a discovery shelf. So it's all in one center. And then you can see my STEM drawers, my rainbow STEM drawers back here are in my discovery center, and then the other STEM like bulletin boards and those STEM challenges I put in my block center. And then there's also a little bit on calendar. I use a linear calendar, and then my how to use red and green choices, which is the most amazing thing I have ever made and implemented in my classroom. So if behavior is hard for you, check this out. It'll change everything. It's just the most amazing thing ever. And then we sign in every morning, so there's a little bit about that and how to do question of the day and different ways you can implement it and how it could look in your classroom. And then schedules. So I taught half day for 11 years, so that schedule's in there. And then I also started teaching this year. I'll do half day, so I put my half day schedule in there. Now I haven't tried it yet, so it might get a little tweaking, but that'll probably be almost the same all year. There is also in the pack links to my blog, and I'm hoping eventually I can have, my goal is to have one blog post for each theme, so that way you can open up your binder, grab your book list, grab your center packs, and then there'll be art and Play-Doh and just all those other hands-on activities for each theme to make lesson planning easier for you. The blog posts take a little bit for me to write and prep. So I'm slowly getting there, so bear with me, and hopefully by this time next year I'll have a post for every theme for you guys too. And if you do holidays, I added holiday sensory table fillers with tools for you too. And that Earth Day one, it's not polluted water, so don't be grossed out. It's just water that I dyed yellow. So they can think they're dying in, they're playing in polluted water, even though it's really not. Okay, so somebody said, it's really difficult with 16 kids and 10 behavior kiddos. That is hard. In my full day classroom, I had 18 kids a day. And I had sometimes up to 25 kids in my class. Different kids would come on different days. Some would come 5, some would come 3. Hi, Lachey. So I totally feel your pain there. It's doable. Just teach those routines at the beginning of the year, and check out that blog post on red and green choices and email me if you have more questions about that. Another thing in there that I'm super duper excited about are my book lists. I may have a slight children's book obsession. I have almost every book that's on the book list, which is kind of sad and kind of exciting at the same time. So all of these books, most of them are tried and true. They're books that I actually have in my collection or have read. So they're not just ones I randomly found off Amazon. They're all clickable, so if you click them, it'll take you to Amazon, because I know sometimes it's hard to find books. If you click put in the title, it sometimes doesn't find them. So they're all clickable links to Amazon. This map, Barb's asking where this map is. It's in my Teachers Pay Teachers store, Pocket of Preschool, on TPT, and it's a curriculum map, and it's a freebie. So go over there, and I'll put the link in the comments at the end of the post. So if you are teaching summer, we have the ice cream theme for the end of June. So here's some ice cream books for you. And then in July, I have an American theme, and I found some books for little guys for America, because I know that one's a tricky theme for us, I think. So here's the book list for America. And then pizza is in July too. So here's some pizza books. Pizza is really fun if you haven't done it before. I love, 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 love pizza. And then for back to school in August, I have All About Me. The ones at the bottom, those books are all from my character packs. and I read them at Circle to teach the routine. So those are clickable links as well. So those are a whole bunch of fun ones. And then I have a whole bunch of school books to teach, and I use the All About Me and school books all throughout August. I kind of mix them up all month because like I love to read like the night before preschool on the first day to because they're so nervous, and it's a really good book to read on the first day. The ones at the bottom and kind of up the side, those are the ones I read to introduce each center. So there's the I Ain't Gonna Paint No More No More that I use to introduce the art center and the art routine. This is Lola Visits the Library. It's super cute. We talk about our library center, and this is a fun one. This little guy actually builds with blocks, and then his imagination takes off and he pretends they're different things. So it's a really, really fun book too. So, and then I have birthday, and I tried to add in fiction and nonfiction books because those nonfiction books are really, really important for little kiddos to see with all those real photographs. And I tried to add some diverse books too with different characters and different types of families. This family book is really cute because it talks about all different kinds of families. And then space, which I'm super excited about. I actually ordered, I got some of these from the library to check them out, and then I ordered some of them last week on Amazon. So I'm super excited to get these in the mail. And then the last page, and I will be adding the rest of the book list for all the other themes too. Those will be coming soon. The book lists are just taking a little bit longer than I thought. So I wanted to get you guys the curriculum map for all of you people who plan ahead in our super planner. So I wanted to get that to you even though I didn't have the book list done. And then at the end are all of my bundles. So if you wanted to implement something, the bundles are a super great way to grab stuff from my store. They're all, usually when you buy a bundle, you're saving about 25%. So you're getting at least if not more, 2 packs for free. And the new theme center packs, I'll be adding in my theme centers bundle, and all the new dramatic play sets. I think there's 6 of them. Flower Shop, Beach, Space Station, Fire Station. Those are all be added to my dramatic play pack. So that's it. If you guys have any questions, just feel free to pop them in the comments. And thanks for being so sweet since this was my first time live. And I will add the link to this document in the comments as well. And thanks so much, guys. Have a good, happy Father's Day.